Hi Shaun, how are you?
Fantastic.
That's good. Now, one of my favourite foods in the entire world is tuna, and especially fresh. And when I say fresh, I mean raw, as in sashimi. And if I could live on sashimi for every meal, I would.
Yep, it's a fantastic product. It's one that.
What's this one?
This is a southern bluefin tuna.
Okay.
It's out of Port Lincoln. It's a farm tuna.
Did you catch this yourself?
No, but I do occasionally get out on the water to do that.
I've heard some of your fishing stories. They're spectacularly exciting.
Southwestern Victoria, and right at this moment, around sort of June, July, is peak bluefin tuna time for this part of the world. This particular example has come out of that same stock, and basically caught wild as a young fish, and then farmed for the last part of its life in Port Lincoln.
If I wanted to make some sashimi and I wandered into my local fishmonger, and the tuna steaks are sitting there on the ice, how do I know that that's actually going to be okay to cut up raw and serve and eat just as is? Well,
unfortunately, you're not going to know, because the key for fresh seafood, and for sashimi, it's paramount. You have to have the best quality tuna that you can possibly get your hands on.
And it also can't be frozen and defrosted.
Can't be frozen and defrosted. It's really about quality, and it's about freshness. And the only way that you're really going to be guaranteed of getting that is by developing a relationship with your fishmonger.
Okay.
And by that I mean, talking to him. Find a fishmonger that you trust. Ask him to cut through the rubbish, cut to the chase. Ask him, when do you get your tuna in?
Okay.
What's the day you get it in? And then plan around that. So, he might say, okay, our tuna comes from Port Lincoln, or it could come from Fiji, or it could come wherever it's going to come from. He goes, we're getting a shipment on Friday. Come in 10 o'clock Friday morning, we'll be unloading it.
Great.
So,
that's excellent
or
advice.
ask him to put some aside, so for your dinner party on Saturday night, you know that you've got the best product available.
Right.
So just walking into a fishmonger or a supermarket for quality fish like this, it's Russian roulette.
Okay.
You've really got to do your homework, and most suppliers will be honest with you and tell you the truth. All right. So this section of tuna is actually it's basically called a loin. It's come from the top shoulder of the fish. Now, if you get right down into the nitty-gritty of sashimi, in Japan, the different areas of the fish command different prices and are actually prepared in different ways. The belly part of the tuna surprisingly commands the highest price, because that's where the most fat is. But I think for Australians, this type of cut, the loin, is the best way to go. It's very versatile. I can't even say that I even know what tuna fat looks like. The belly part it's very there's a lot of it's almost like when you look at a tree trunk. There's lots of grains going through it. It has a lot of more of a white sort of texture, as you can see on the top here. There's a lot more of that going through it. Where this is a very, very clean looking flesh. A lot more versatile. So this can handle. We can do sashimi with it, we can do grilling, we can make like a tataki of tuna where you're just searing the outside, and that's what we're doing later on today for the 3 tastes of the sea. So first up, another way you can tell that tuna is really fresh is that you can see here the skin is just almost peeling away. If it wasn't so fresh, I wouldn't be able to do this. I'd have to...
So the less fresh it is, the more it clings on to
it's
flesh.
almost just, I can just get my fingers in there and just peel it away. So if you get the option of actually getting the tuna with the skin on, do it, because it helps hold the delicate flesh together as well. And also, you can see here we've got the bloodline, and another way to tell if the fish is really fresh, the bloodline will actually almost pull out as well. And if you see here, that it's starting just to separate a little bit. And it's
segmented, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just starting to separate. And that's a sign that you've got nice fresh fish as well.
Great.
It's not going to pull out all by itself, so I am going to need to cut it out. So what I normally do in the restaurant is we'll take a little bit of a time, because we don't want to waste any of the good stuff.
Yeah. Gosh, it's so dark, isn't it?
Makes really good bait for fishing.
Oh. I'll take it home to my husband, he'll be thrilled.
Absolutely. And you do want to get it all, because it doesn't have the same nice clean flavour as the rest of the tuna. So it's important to get it all out. You can see the loin here, and there's just a little connector muscle there. So we're going to remove that as well. But
is that tough?
no, absolutely not. It's very much usable, but in terms of presentation,
just to make it even.
Just to make it even. So you can see there,
so beautiful.
I've just removed it straight, pretty much on the connective tissue there. Also, what we're going to do today with our Taste of the Sea is we're going to cut the tuna into a very uniform shape to create an effect. So I'm just slicing this one in half. Over there. So this is exactly how we'll do it in the restaurant at the moment. So I'm trimming it up, and none of this is wasted. You know, all of this can be used. So what would you
do with this piece?
You might make a little tuna tartare or something like that. So, you know, it's a perfectly beautiful piece of tuna.
It is.
We'll chop that up. We might even cut it up into small pieces and just sear it off, make a little niçoise salad, something like that. So now I'm literally making a rectangular log. Nice uniform shape. So when we go to do our sashimi, it's almost sort of like a cookie cutter effect here. Each piece is then identical.
Yeah, it's quite a bit different to how I've been doing it at home, I have to say.
So
I've just been randomly slicing wherever I could, and different lengths, different sizes.
So, you know,
not nearly as nice looking as that, Shaun.
So, you know, but it's, I guess, having a look at the piece of fish that you've got, because each time that you go to the market, each time we order from a supplier, a different piece of fish comes in. So you have to use your imagination, use a little bit of initiative, and think, okay, I want to do some nice sashimi, but what else can I do with this that can maximise the potential out of the piece of fish?
Fantastic. Excellent.
So yeah.
Right, well.
Shall we grab some soy sauce?
Yes, let's. Sashimi for lunch, anyone?
A little bit different to what we're doing for our 3 Tastes of the Sea later.
Yeah,
but you know, that's, and
speaks for itself,
and you can really tell the quality there. Just looking at it, you see the shine.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And it's not dull. It looks there's no fishy smell.
No fishy smell at all.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
And it's almost translucent. So, and you know, I guess if you don't look at seafood and tuna every day, it's difficult to tell.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important to build a strong relationship with your fishmonger.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to go and rustle up some soy sauce and wasabi, and we can have some sashimi for lunch.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Shaun.
Great.